Welcome to the Joe Monroe Show. Now, here's your host, Joe Monroe.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Joe Monroe Show. It is I, Joe Monroe, and today is Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, it is time for a recap. We're going to be recapping the events of November 4th at the old Ferguson gym from TCW action. Now, I wasn't lying, folks, when I said there was some twists, there were some turns, there was some chaos, and there was some turmoil, and we're going to get into that. But first, a little shameless plugging. And yes, folks, the camera angle is fixed because, well, we had to let Phil go. Yeah. Best wishes and endeavors to Phil. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Joe Monroe Facebook page and also the Joe Monroe YouTube page, as well as our partners, Triple Crown Wrestling and Ultimate Championship Wrestling, and their sponsor, Phenomenal Finds ATL. Now, if you're having a little bit of trouble of looking for anything from collectibles to video games to t-shirts, that's the people you contact. Don't forget to go like on their Facebook page. That will lead you to their eBay page. Trust me, folks, you will not be disappointed. That reminds me, my check's in this week. He's got something I need. Be right back. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get to the events of November 4th. Now, the first match we had was Tim Starr going up against Charles Colton. Now, we all know Tim Starr is one of the dirtiest players in Triple Crown Wrestling and Ultimate Championship Wrestling. However, Charles Colton was able to call his bluff and was able to pick up the win against Tim Starr. Now, there seemed to be a little bit of a change with Tim Starr. And if you don't believe me, watch this.
What happened is I had that match won. I had that match won. Everybody's seen it. You've seen it. Camera guy's seen it. These idiots are... leave me alone.
We'll be right back, folks.
Has Tim Starr finally snapped? We may see on as we get further along. And after his win, this is what Charles Colton had to say.
Man, I'm feeling good. I love coming out here, seeing these people. Ferguson's always alive. Excellent, excellent crowd. And it's even better to be able to come out here and get the win for the second straight month.
All right, man. Good luck to you in the future, and hopefully we get to see you again, man. Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, folks, I see nothing but a bright future for Charles Colton, and I know he's going to ascend in the ranks of Triple Crown Wrestling and in Ultimate Championship Wrestling. Now, the second match that we had was the bad guy, Travis Liddell, going up against Party Man Cam. Now, you probably remember Party Man Cam from the little upset with Marcus Johnson in Monticello. But this time, there seemed to be a little bit of a change of heart with Party Man Cam. The crowd got behind him. However, it just wasn't enough as the bad guy, Travis Liddell, pulling up to his dirty tricks as always, was put his feet on the ropes and was able to get the 1, 2, 3 against Party Man Cam. Now, I tried calling Travis Liddell out on this, and this is what it is.
That was a very questionable pinfall.
Questionable? What are you talking about questionable? I mean this shoulders your man. 1, 2, 3, baby. There's nothing questionable about my working in here. Do you understand that? Get to understand it. Learn to live it. Learn to love it. Learn to get used to it. You hear me?
Yeah. He seems to be a little bit on the mean street, folks, so we might want to watch out for Travis Liddell. Now, I was able to also follow up with Party Man Cam. I will not show that interview right now because he asked me not to, due to him not feeling 100%. However, I will say on his behalf, Travis Liddell thinks he stopped the party. Well, with Party Man Cam, the party never stops. So hopefully we get to see more of the Party Man in Triple Crown Wrestling and in Ultimate Championship Wrestling. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the third match. The third match we had was Tony Corral going up against the legendary J.D. Thunder. Now, J.D., as we all know, is a phenomenal wrestler. And you know what? I got to give props to Tony Corral. He's one of those old school guys that's also a good wrestler as well. But when you try to cheat and you get caught, there's no excuse for you to whine about it. And that's exactly what happened. Tony Corral tried to cheat by low-blowing J.D. Thunder and was caught by the referee and was then disqualified. Now, this is what Tony Corral had to say.
I hit him in the leg. Hit him in with good sight, which you don't have, would have seen that. And that ref, whoever he is, he's a stupid idiot. I hit the side of his leg, I didn't low blow him. This is bullcrap. It's all due to Brandon T. Wilson. That's it.
Now, folks, I know for a fact nobody's out to get Tony Corral. Maybe he's overthinking the match between Easy Vaden in December for the career versus title match. I can't say for sure what's going on with Tony Corral's mind. So, our next match we have is the Law of Professional Wrestling Tyler Lee Deputy up against fan favorite Brandon Wolf. Now, Brandon Wolf was able to pick up the victory against Tyler Lee Deputy in a grueling match. And unfortunately, I was declined by Tyler Lee Deputy for an interview. However, the question being is, where was Christopher Matthews? Everybody was asking me that. Where's Chris Matthews? Well, folks, sadly, due to the injuries that he sustained in the nightstick on the pole match in Monticello, he was unable to attend. Now, I have a feeling that's what was going on with Tyler Lee Deputy, because I noticed in that match, he kept looking over his shoulder. Folks, I know Christopher Matthews personally, and I know that this rivalry is far from over. Now, before we get into our main event, let me just tell you, this main event was probably the most interesting main event that I have seen in a while. A battle of survival for the Brandon T. Wilson Cup. Now, the Brandon T. Wilson Cup is probably one of the most prestigious things that is now starting in Triple Crown Wrestling. Why? Because the winner of that cup gets a championship opportunity at their choosing within a year. With multiple eliminations by multiple competitors, only one was able to stand tall, and that was Brandon Wolf yet again picking up a W for the night. Now, as the celebration went on and the presentation by Terry England happened, which, Terry, good job on that, the victory was short-lived as James Kendrick, yes, UCW Southern States champion, blindsided Brandon Wolf. And another pull apart happened. But before James Kendrick got away, he took off with the Brandon T. Wilson Cup that is rightfully Brandon Wolf's. And I was able to catch up with him, folks, and this is what he had to say.
Whoa, 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 hey.
What? What, Joe?
What's just this one? What are you doing here? You're not even supposed to be here.
I do what I want. Like I took out McVeigh earlier. Oops. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to go celebrate.
Took out McVeigh. What?
Now, not many fans know this, but Dominic McVeigh was supposed to go up against James Kendrick that night. However, Dominic McVeigh was held up in a medical facility at the time of the event, and James Kendrick was nowhere to be found. Terry England and Brandon T. Wilson gave him the night off. But I guess that wasn't enough for James Kendrick. Now, I know we have Monticello coming up the 25th of November. And I'm going to tell you folks, that street fight is something you do not want to miss. And yet again, I do see a change in Brandon Wolf's eyes. If you don't believe me, watch this.
I mean, God dang trophy taken from me tonight from James Kendrick. He's taking everything. The title, the cup. He's gonna get it. November 25th, it's a street fight. November 25th, the fur, this tea is off. I'm bringing boots to kick some rear ends, not some tail. That's all I got.
Chaos, turmoil, cups being stolen. What else can be said about this event, folks? This, if you missed out, you missed out on a great event. Now, we will not have a show next week. I know it's sad. But the week of Thanksgiving, we will be going over November 25th, TCW and UCW's event in Monticello, Kentucky at the Aspire Center, not the National Guard Armory. The Aspire Center. And folks, we're going to have that wonderful street fight. Actually, I shouldn't say wonderful. It's probably going to be brutal. So, that's it for the Joe Monroe Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, have a good night and support your local independent wrestling company or your local pro wrestling company. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Joe Monroe Show with Joe Monroe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.